What's up, y'all? So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Hashim. I'm an entrepreneur and I love to travel. That's basically the simplest way to put it. So in this video, we're gonna be discussing how to have it all figured out by 25. You want the fast cars you see on YouTube, you want the baddies you see on Instagram, the expensive watches, you get the point. So basically, this is how we're gonna start. I'm gonna let y'all know first that this is real life. And also remember that you're moving at a specific pace that's set for you. Not nobody else, but you. You didn't start with the same things that the next guy started with. You didn't go through the things that the other guy went through. The other guy didn't go through the same things that you went through. Those are the main things that you need to remember if you're trying to get ahead. Because if you're gonna compare yourself to other people the whole time, it's not gonna work. So what I usually say is, hang with the right people or hang with nobody at all. Your environment matters. Your environment matters. Your environment matters. I can't stress it enough. Your environment matters. I always say that your environment can either inspire you or just drag you down. Me, I'm from the hood, right? I grew up in the hood, so that's what it is. A lot of people around me, I've seen them fall because of that. It'll either motivate you to go up or it'll keep you down, and that really depends on who you hang with, who you talk with. I mean, if you're talking with people who are smarter than you, like-minded individuals, you're gonna be the fifth out of the 4 people you hang around. So you always gotta keep good company around. If you don't have good company around, or if you have bad influences around you, I would rather you hang with nobody than to hang with a bad influence, because those bad influences can just change the entire trajectory of your life, and you don't want that. And your goals. That's the most important one. You got to focus on your goal every single day. The moment you wake up to the time you go to sleep, to the thought that you have before you go to sleep, to when you wake up the next day, you got to keep thinking about your goal, because as soon as you slip, as soon as you get distracted, that's time that you wasted. That's energy that you wasted doing something else. Got to think about your goal 24/7. You stop thinking about that goal, what you working for? What are you working towards? You can't get distracted. You have to. And I understand distractions happen, but you gotta stick to that goal. I can't stress it enough. You gotta stick to that goal. As soon as you let go of that goal, you just let go of your life. You just let go of some precious time. And time is not refundable. So you really gotta be on it. You gotta be on it. You gotta be on it. And a lot of y'all gonna disagree with me with this, but sobriety. You gotta have a sober mind, man. You gotta have a sober mind. Sober mind equals a clear vision. If your mind is right, then your vision is gonna be right. And you need your vision. If you don't got your vision, that's your goal. You know what I mean? You have to have a vision to have a goal. You have to see forward in order to actually move forward. You understand? You can't do that with a clouded mind. If you smoking weed all day, you popping pills all the time, if you always drunk partying, you slowing down your progress. You're slowing down your progress. You're not gonna be able to see straight because your mind is clouded. Your mind ain't where it needs to be in order to achieve that goal. Time management. You gotta manage your time. Time is not refundable. You can't get that back. And I can't stress it enough. You cannot forget your goal. You have to spend time on your goal. If you can't spend time on your goal, then it's just not for you. That's just the honest truth. You got a job, I understand. You got a 9 to 5. What do you do after work? What do you do on your days off? I understand people like to party, people are tired, people like to rest, but if you never put time in out of that entire cycle for yourself and for your own goals, the wheels ain't moving no more. You understand? The wheels is not moving. So you have to manage your time. You have to put time for yourself and for your goal. Cannot stay partying all the time. I understand that you have a job and I understand it might be tiring, but you have to work on yourself. It's not moving, right? It's not moving. The wheels ain't moving, and you want those wheels to stay moving. Discipline. So discipline and time management goes hand in hand. There's temptations everywhere. You got friends who want to do this. You got family who want to do this. You got a girl who want to do this. Whatever. You need to have the courage to say no because you need to work on yourself. You can't be there for everybody. And you have temptations and you have bad habits. Bad habits are here. You got to be able to stop them bad habits because if you can't stop a bad habit, then that bad habit can't stop you. So you need to learn discipline. You need to have self-discipline. Sacrifice. In order to get what you want, you got to let some things go, man, to have what you want to have. That's just the honest truth. You got to sacrifice friends, and not like no Illuminati. You got to sacrifice friends. You got to tell them no. You might have to cut them off. Anything to get what you got to get to, man, because you don't want to be 40 years old still. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But I know if you're watching this video, you don't want to be 40 years old still doing DoorDash. Accountability. I know this is a hard one for a lot of us because to a lot of us, we're not the problem. It's them. It's them. You gotta just take accountability. It's hard. I know it's hard. Even when you're not wrong, just take the accountability because you can blame yourself if you can understand that the root of a lot of things is because of your decision, then you're already halfway there. Accountability is everything. Sometimes there's just some things that just can't be explained that goes wrong, but you have to understand, like, passing the blame is not gonna ever get you anywhere. You have to understand that you have to take accountability. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done this because I got into this situation because I did that. Oh, she did this because I did that. Maybe if I wouldn't have done that, then this wouldn't have happened. You got to start looking at things like that. Don't look at the result or the reaction and then blame the output of that action, but look at what caused that action. Look at anything that had anything to do with you and use that to blame yourself, to take accountability. When you can train yourself to take accountability for things, even if it's not your fault, then you can run a business. You have what it takes to skyrocket. I'm not telling you to take no BS from your boss or anybody else who just blaming you. I'm not telling you to look down like a sad puppy when somebody's scolding you. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you to take accountability only for yourself. That's it. Only to improve yourself. Not to kiss up to nobody, but just to improve on yourself. Action. You gotta execute. A lot of people have a lot of plans, but they just don't execute. Everything that you want is on the other side of that execution. Yeah, you might not know it right now, but when you execute, you're taking experience and you can learn from experience. You're gaining experience, but you have to execute. You have to do it so you can know how to do it, so you can get better at whatever it is that you're doing. If it's your business, if it's this or that, you have to execute so you can fail, so you can learn from that failure. You need to execute, and execution is the name of the game. Comparison. You gotta stop comparing yourself to these people, man. Comparison is the thief of joy. We've all heard that. And we all saw those videos where there's the billionaire, then the millionaire is jealous because he can't be like the billionaire. And you got the average person who's jealous because he can't be like the millionaire. And you got the disabled person who's jealous because they can't be like the average person. That's true. Comparison is the thief of joy. You gotta stop comparing yourself to these people. Because you never know what people have. You never know who started with what. You never know what this person did to get that. You will never have it all, and that's just facts, and that's how it is. You gotta stop comparing yourself to people, because that's only gonna take your joy away. So on the contrast of comparison, there's inspiration. Inspiration is good because you need, some people like me, I know I need to see something that inspires me to hustle, to work harder. Inspiration. Watch people, watch things, print out a giant vision board to be inspired to hit your goal. Because if you see something that inspires you every single day, chances are you're gonna work harder for what you want every single day. Social media. You gotta stop scrolling. A lot of us are trapped Sometimes I get into that cycle too. We're addicted to our phones and we just scroll, and we just scrolling for hours. You gotta stop that. That goes with time management again and discipline again. So we gotta know how to put the phones down. That scrolling, that TikToking, it's killing your time. People who just talk. These people are people who can talk about their dreams all day. The people who have a half vision. People who have an idea without a plan. You gotta avoid these people. If you're one of these people, you gotta stop that. You gotta execute. Because people who are all talk will only be all talk. Right now, they're talking about launching a product. You ask them again next week, hey, have you launched that product? And they, oh no, I've been thinking about it, but I haven't. You ask them again 3 weeks later, hey, you launched that product yet? Oh, I didn't launch it yet, but I'm gonna launch it soon. You gotta stay away from them. And don't be that. Don't be that. Be that person who actually executes. That product ain't gonna launch itself. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You have to do it. You have to take matters into your own hands. You have to launch that product. You have to start that business. You have to take that idea and turn it into something. You can't just keep talking about it and it's gonna magically appear, because that's not gonna happen. It's never gonna actually happen until you take it into your own hands to make it happen. I know it's a lot easier said, but don't crash out. Whatever you do, don't crash out. Trust me, I've been in crazy situations where I just don't crash out. But you have a goal to reach, and you have to remember that. Whenever you get mad, whenever you're about to do something crazy, just remember, you need you to hit that goal. You need yourself. Nobody needs you more than you. So don't crash out. This is the crazy one right here. Talking to yourself. You have to talk to yourself. The most successful people, kind of crazy. You notice a lot of successful people are kind of cuckoo in the head. They talk to themselves. They make it happen. I'm not saying go down the street talking like, oh. No, don't be a crackhead. Just talk to yourself. You have to affirm yourself every day. Okay, this is what I want to do. Make yourself feel good. Okay, I feel good today. Feel good, you do good. Talk to yourself, you make yourself feel good, you're gonna do good. Selfishness. You have to be stingy, you have to be selfish. That's just a fact. People won't like it. Oh well, you gotta be selfish, you have to be stingy. It's your goal, you have to get to that point. You can't pass your money out, you can't give everybody your time, because you need that to hit your goal. When you hit your goal, then you can do that. But right now, you gotta stay selfish and you gotta stay focused. And last but not least, you gotta stay strong. This is a chaotic world. It's very easy to lose focus. It's very easy to lose sight, and it's very easy to get discouraged. Don't listen to everybody. People will try to crush your dreams every single chance that they get. People might see you doing better than them. They will try to crush it. People will see that you have a good head on your shoulders and you're trying to get somewhere, you have a goal, and they don't like that because it's not them for some reason, or they just don't like it for some reason. Stay strong. You have to be you. You need you. You have to chase that goal. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's not what I normally post, but I'm not gonna ask you to like, I'm not gonna ask you to comment, I'm not gonna ask you to subscribe. But I do hope that you got something useful out of this video. Thank you.